what they did with it. But you're going to pay. You are going to pay with hyperinflation, worthless Naira, epileptic power supply. Because by virtue of what Nigeria is now, Nigeria cannot build anything without borrowing money for it. And the crook who are borrowing, they are still stealing it. You see, saying a double jeopardy be that. So when you pray for them to succeed, you might actually be praying in reverse against yourself. And that is why you are watching Mayegun, to make you understand. Actions have consequences. Elections have consequences. That one is popular. Elections have consequences. Be careful of what you pray for. And today, they've told Nigerians they are borrowing $1.5 billion from the World Bank. World Bank. For those who know better. Poverty is sheshebereni. If you don't stop them when they are done, a lot of you will wish you were never born. As sad as that might sound. Because you see, these guys, they don't give a damn. If you don't stop them, like I said, one single accident, one single sickness, one single attack or invasion, just one single stray bullet away from poverty. For those of you who are still keeping your head afloat right now. This is our country. We don't want war in Nigeria. We don't want this or that. What in war Nigeria? Oh, Furani. Refugees everywhere. Tell me, where else do you have over 10 million people living in refugee camps across Nigeria? Anywhere in the world? Please give me names. Syria fought war. They don't get 10 million refugees. Yes. And the number is growing. Internally, Iraq fought war. Iran is there. Afghanistan, that Nigeria is tilting towards gradually to become Nigeristan, is there. 10 million refugees. The Sahel, where the terrorists came from, all of the countries in the Sahel, they don't get 10 million refugees. So Nigeria get refugees inside Nigeria. They still get refugees inside Niger Republic. Nigeria get refugees in Cameroon. Shotigbori. And we are not fighting war. We are not. The criminals continue to take pictures, photo ops, and the rest of that to show you that they are doing something. But when you look around you, you're asking yourself, why are we not seeing any? What have you? No. You will see it. The last time Miyetti Allah, the first time the Miyetti Allah came out, they were defending the Fulani herdsmen invading people's farms. Okay? Then things graduated to them defending the Fulani terrorists carrying AK-47 as protection. They defended that. Then the other time they came around was when the governors of southern Nigeria met in Akure, where the late Akeredolu Ale convened a meeting, right? Miyetti Allah was there. Some Fulani governors were there. This Matawale Wiri from Zamfara then was there. That was when I knew, these are the people funding these terrorists. Giving protection to this group of spokespersons for these terrorists. If not, you will never see a group of terrorists have spoke people. mingling, hobnobbing with people in public if they didn't have their real backers who are governors. And guess what their demand were? To resolve the problem of Fulani invading a farm, Fulani from Sokoto, Abi Futa Jalonu, Futa Soro. See, they initially said those who were attacking our people, especially in the southern part of Nigeria, Yoruba land, including Igbo land, they said they were Fulanis from Chad, Fulanis from Niger, Fulanis from Libya. They even said because of the death of Gaddafi, that was why the terrorists invaded Nigeria. Meanwhile, they brought them. They confessed that they brought them. Terrorists confessed. The criminals who brought them also confessed that they brought them back, that since their brother is in power, they can come back now. A lot of them came out. Bauchi governor said, every living Fulani in any part of the world consider Nigeria as their traditional land. Baba mi oshere, governors. So they went to Akure to discuss this crisis of why Fulani from Libya, Fulani from Mauritius, Mauritania, Fulani from, Fulani from Ghana, Fulani from every other place, that what they couldn't do everywhere, Central African Republic, they are killing people in Ekiti, they are attacking people in Ondo. Baba, they can't say Miyetti is representing them. So the meeting with the APC, Egbekegbe's governors, they can't meet for Akure. Guess what they offered? They offered to protect the southern Nigeria against those ones. They wanted to help the southern Nigeria to identify the Fulanis who are terrorists and the Fulanis who are not. So therefore, they wanted to be the vigilantes that will be providing security. For us, for example, in Yoruba land, Nnamdi Kanu ran crazy like, kill you. Amadioya perish you there. If you triumph for Biafra land, just write your will before you cross the border. A lot of us also ran crazy like, what the hell? You invaded our place, attacking our people. Now you want to provide security for us so that we can be safe. Are you being serious? Our reaction, Sha, as usual now, the way they don't bond them well. That didn't happen. Okay? The southern Nigeria, they were supposed to have Ebubeagu in the east, Amotekun in the west, so that this would be the forest rangers, those who are going to be well armed. If they see any Fulani with guns, they will arrest them and they will deal with them like, Then if they see, if any Fulani invasion is to kind of want to happen, they will be there before they happen, because this is Yoruba land now. This is Igbo land. But things changed. Amotekun was established. Tifnubu was against it because he believed that was going to be taken wrongly by the Fulani North. Tifnubu was against it and he never hid it. You understand? He was against it. But he was still established anyway, right? In the eastern Nigeria, it was at the same time when they were telling the Igbo governors that Igbo man was going to succeed Bokwari. They even convinced the Devil Umahi to leave PDP and join them, because he is somebody that Bokwari loves so much, and Bokwari is thinking of making him the next president. So Devil Umahi, who publicly came out to say he made deals with the Fulanis killing people in Ebonyi, that they will stop the killing, but they broke the deal and they've now killed over 80 people in a single day in 3 communities. I won't forget. Devil Umahi took a 360 turn, joined Bokwari, and guess what? Ebubeagu became the hunting dog by the Igbo governors after their own brothers and sisters. the Igbos, the young people in Igbo land. Till tomorrow, Ebubeagu is not in the forest going after the Fulani terrorists. They were going into people's homes, breaking into their homes, taking their properties like SARS and killing those they can kill. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, to the Yorubas, Amotekun was disarmed before they could put on their uniforms. Before Amotekun could put on uniforms, they were disarmed. You can only carry kondo or shakabula. The kid can start, the smoke gun against AK-47 wielding criminals, terrorists that have the conviction that their own forefathers, Uthman Dan Fodio, was the owner of the place that is now called today's place called Nigeria was supposed to be their great grandfather's estate, Ile Yoruba, Fodio's estate. There are those who are convinced like that too. With guns, you see many people they carry kondo inside forest. The argument continued and continued until today. They haven't allowed the Amotekun to carry automatic rifle today. Well, cut the long story short, the news broke and they said what could not be done in Igbo land, what was rejected outrightly in Yoruba land, especially, they said that a state in middle belt part of Nigeria, Nassarawa, they've launched it. And it wouldn't, there's nothing bad in putting together local security, as all of us have been talking about. Let the citizens have their guns to defend themselves, or allow the regions to put together their own defense team, comprising of the locals who know the territories. The police in Nigeria they've shown that they are overwhelmed or compromised. The military in Nigeria, they have shown that they are overwhelmed or compromised. Now, if you want to end this barbarism, this insecurity, let people defend their territories with whatever weapon they deem fit. At least license them. And then every weapon that goes into their hands are already known. Sure you get. But no, we all know why they won't let that happen, because that is already considered as an attack on the northern Nigeria. If you say you want to defend yourself, it's an attack on the northern Nigeria. But Nassarawa, Miyetti hit good in Nassarawa. May I show you?
To idan muka koma Najeriya, a yau ne kungiyar Fulani ta Miyetti Allah Kautal Hore ta ƙasa ta kaddamar da kungiyar wato 'yan sa kai domin taimakawa jami'an tsaro wajen inganta tsaro a jihar Nassarawa da ƙasar baki ɗaya. Kungiyar dai ta ce tuni ta tantance mutane sama da 2,000 a jihar ta Nassarawar. Alhaji Bello Abdullahi Bodejo shine shugaban kungiyar, ga kuma ƙarin bayanin da yawa Abdu Halilu.
Aikin wa'annan 'yan banga da suke da suna nomadic vigilante za su haɗa kai tare da jami'an tsaro, soja da 'yan sanda da kuma DSS a nemi wanda ake nema cikin laluma ba tare da an kashe wanda bai ci ba bai gani ba. Sa shine dalili.
Kungiyar taku ta samu amincewa gwamnatin tarayya?
Muna fata ta samu amincewar gwamnatin tarayya ko kuma hukumomin tsaro, domin saboda mu abin da muke gani da cewa taimaka ma gwamnatin kanta za mu yi, kuma za mu taimaka wa gwamnonin Najeriya ne akan wannan abin da muka ɗauko. Suka ma a Nassarawa mun yanke hukunci za mu kaddamar da mutum 4,000, amma yanzu muna da data wanda muka tantance mutum 2,140. To kaga gidajen da aka ɗauko wa'annan mutane har 2,000 ya nuna da cewa mun san ina ne gidajen suke, kuma mun san da cewa a watakila da akwai wahala ya zamanto wanda muka sa ya kasance akwai ɗan ta'adda a cikin gidansu ya bari. To muna fata gwamnatin tarayya ta fice mu, gwamnoni su fahimce mu, haka zalika jami'an tsaro su fahimce mu, taimakawa ƙasar nan muke so mu yi. Mun fara da jihar Nassarawa, ina fata nan da wata 6 duk wani al'amari wanda yake faruwa a jihar Nassarawa ba za a sake jin shi ba insha Allah.
Idan kuka samu mai laifi, ko za ku mushi hukunci ko kuma za ku ba hukumomi na ƙasa ne su musu hukunci?
wannan ba mun ɗauki mutane ne kara zube ba, mun ɗauko mutane haɗa da jami'an tsaro da kuma waɗanda suka yi ritaya daga ayyukan ɗan sanda da soja su koyarwa mutane. Ba ma buƙatar aje ana kashe mutum ko da ma ɓarawo ne. Ai yana ɗaya daga cikin dalilin da ya sa muka kafa bangar. Ana kama mutum ba a yin bincike aje a kashe shi. Mu ba za mu yi haka ba, za mu ga wayar ma yaran Fulani kai idan aka samu mai laifi babu duka babu zagi a miƙa shi ga jami'an tsaro su yi bincike har in aka tabbatar da laifin mutum a gabatar da shi gaban kotu.
Su annan jami'ai naku 'yan sa kai na Fulani suna da makamai ne ko ku za su amfani da sanduna ne kawai?
Dama ba Fulatani an san shi da sanda, amma kuma wajibi ne za mu tashi mu nema musu makamai wanda dokan ƙasa ta yadda da cewa wanda ya tashi zai iya taimakawa wanda zai iya rikewa. Wato dai a takaice dole mu samar musu abinda duk doka ya sa na da dokan ƙasa ta yadda da shi cewa su rike za mu nema musu wannan.
Ita wannan kungiya taku menene za ta yi sabo wajen gudanar da aikinta wanda zai bambanta da na sauran kungiyoyi da suka gabata shekara da shekaru?
Zan tabbatar da cewa ba tare da an samu 'yan ɓata gari a cikinta ba, kuma har su Bello Turji ko ina suke za mu kira wasu ba tare da ɓata lokaci ba su taho domin su haɗa kai tare da jami'an tsaro a ƙasa a gera ƙasa ba tsaftace tsakaninmu mu gyara sunan da aka lalata mana a Najeriya.
Alhaji Bello Abdullahi Bodejo, shugaban kungiyar wato Fulani ta Miyetti Allah Kautal Hore ta ƙasa.
Now, let me explain this to you in a way that you should understand. All right? Fulanis are non-indigenous people to Nassarawa. They have no, ancestral connection to Nassarawa. The same way you have all the Fulanis in our forests across the south is exactly because Nassarawa's proximity to the north as well over the years. But somehow, they've managed to get to the pinnacle of the politics of that state. In fact, Nassarawa is an example of what Ruga was to achieve. The real indigenous people of that Nassarawa, who are not Fulanis per se. Like I said, they are not Fulanis, okay? But when they were doing the gazetting, creation of state, creation of local government, and all of that, the tiny population of the Fulanis in the Nassarawa forests, they were given local government too. And all it takes is just to say, I have said to the so area, everybody, you can come now. And the moment they have more than 100, 150 of them in a place, that place automatically becomes theirs. Not because they pay for it, not because they speak to anybody about it, but just because Uthman Danfodio estate is what Nigeria is. So they used their influence at the upper level and they created local government for them. The entire local government in Nassarawa, I think, is 10, maybe 11. How many local government in Nassarawa? 10, maybe 11. Fulani local government there. I think it's about 2, maybe 3. No? Nassarawa people who are watching me, help my viewers. Tell them, give them your stats. But guess what? The population of the Fulani in that 2 or 3 local government area in the political scheme is considered to be larger than the entire 8 or 9 other local government areas. I'm telling you, that's where it is. One of them is governor, and now they have an army. At a point, Garbage Shehu, Abi Garbage Isiewu, as Showore likes to call him, told us that Miyetti, the spokesperson, the spokespeople for this terrorist, They are not, they are also like traditional cultural, political organization, something like to say they represent the Fulanis. Like you have a Afenifere, like you have a Pandefu. These ones are those from the Niger Delta, Pandef, I don't know. Anyway, like you have Ohaneze Ndigbo. That was what Garbage Shehu said, describing this Miyetti Allah. Their leader actually works like a governor. I know he's got his own convoy, he's got his own military, DSS, all of them kind of guiding him. He's like a big shot. That's him in that crowd. Did you see the army? They said Afenifere, Ohaneze Ndigbo, Miyetti Allah. They are the same. Can Ohaneze Ndigbo adopt IPOB ESN, please? We'll try something. Ohaneze Ndigbo. Let them bring out all the ESN boys and say, since socio-cultural organization can have a vigilante ESN in call Eastern Security Network, Ohaneze Ndigbo will give them the stamp of authority, just like Miyetti Allah has their own army. Can you try that? We'll try something. Afenifere put their own army together and declare we want to provide security and pursue all the terrorists in our land, and then give them real guns. Do you now see some of you now, like, listen, I'm not you. If you are Igbo, right, stay out of it. Okay, please stay out of it. I'm talking to non-Igbos now. How do you feel? Tomorrow morning. Abu, what do you think? Tomorrow morning, Ohaneze Ndigbo, bring out at least maybe just 2,000 out of over 20,000 ESN officers, okay? Just 2,000, like Miyetti Allah. What do you think? That should be like equality, right? No, man, that cannot. Really? Did you see the inequality called Nigeria? Did you see the injustice called Nigeria? Do you now see the many Nigerias instead of one Nigeria? Do you understand that? That is why Nigeria needs to break up. You cannot run a country like that. Generations who watches their parents suffered, they need to know why their parents suffered. And if they want to avoid that same fate, then they must act differently from their parents. That is why you are watching Mayegun's Diary Political. That is why. Politics is not game. And if you think a country can be run that way, like, then you are not thinking, or possibly you are not actually thinking right. It's just a matter of time. In, I think it was around March or April, Adisirika moved the headquarters of Federal Aviation Authority of Nigeria. Is that not what is called the FAN? From Lagos to Abuja. And a few other things like that. And a few days ago, you heard that they were relocating some operations of the Central Bank of Nigeria back to Lagos, and that has sort of raised some dust. So many conspiracy. Why Lagos? If you want to decongest Abuja, must you then go take them to Lagos? Why not Uyo? Why not Onitsha? Why not Udogbolu, my town? At least use them to develop, that kind of a thing. People were asking questions. There must be something. Lagos is already congested. Like, people's lives are shortened because of the life they spend in traffic and all of that. And that is true, by the way. Like, it's health hazard. They kind of experience, a lot of you experience in Lagos, right? No rest, no nothing. Like, man, no light, no what that. Eh, now strong, kind of like, let's be honest, though. Sure, you get. Why would you take them to Lagos? No, no, no. We are bringing more. And right now, part of the conspiracies that are flying here and there, one of them is that you see this insecurity in Abuja, Natif Numbu and his people. And you can tell who is likely going to say that it's going to be Abiaudu from Borono North, Abi Kaduna North. Abi is primarily Shokoto. Because they probably don't live in Abuja. But for those who have been to Abuja very well, and those who live in Abuja, under Goodluck Egbere Jolantan, everyone in Abuja started dressing like Ijo. You see this one, na Ijo. You see that one, you go see the Akete. Na Ijo, Ijo. If you want to go and solicit for contract, just dress like Ijo. If you want to go and get a job, just dress like Ijo. It was like Ijo, 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 Ijo everywhere. And that didn't go down well with some of these jihadists from the north. It was part of what they actually hated about Goodluck Egbere Jolantan, an infidel. But they don't use Ojokwagogo Babalawo Ife, Tifnumbu, Igbin Ragbiji, Muslim, which is like Oluwole bought now, buyer's remorse. Everybody is regretting, including the Islamic Supreme Islamic of Sharia, Bikini Konsha. I'm coming to that one. Everybody is upset because Kolu Tigbawan. Meanwhile, immediately they got there in 2015. Everybody dalaji ni o. Everybody started growing beard. Uche, why do you dress like this? So don't call me Uche here. Just call me Abdul Uche or Uche Din. Uche Shuku, you don't turn to Abdul Uche. I was in Hajj last year. Did you not see my photo on Instagram? I have converted to Islam. Bro, come on, man. Come on. Igbo man converted to Islam because Bokwari is in Abuja. You know those things for contract. Igbo man, they tell you saying down there, in don't be alleged. Can't they grow beard? They come say, Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum, Alaji. Salam alaikum, mana. Salam alaikum, mana. Now go day, mana. Alaji, now go. Oh, you know, that was their politics in Abuja. Sure, you understand? And it was so much of an influence. It lasted for 8 years. It lasted for 8 years. Now, if you go to Abuja right now everybody can they cut cardboard. Can they put infinity figure on it? If you don't get money to buy Tifnumbus on your man debt cap, just call somebody to cut the cap for you. They go use cardboard, cut them for you, draw infinity 8 on it for you. Almost everybody want to wear the infinity for Abuja now because it's like you want contract, wear on your man debt cap, dress like a kolu, begin to wear agbada like Yorubas. They begin to wear agbada in a way that, you know what I mean, like not kaftani, not like all those kaftans like alaji. That is not really comfortable with some of these guys. Now, Tifnubu don't they relocate some of the things that actually gave them more job opportunities, even if they don't kind of qualify, unfortunately. Now, Kolu is saying is decongesting Abuja. Abuja is congested like Lagos. I want to be found and taking it back to Lagos simply means that some of you are going to have to look for another job. You now go hear them. Just pay attention. Here you get. Some of you would have to look for another job if you are one of those who are like the people who go, I don't know, right? They said it was in Lagos. Now, this Irika to satisfy the North. So this is how they run Nigeria. This is why I told you it is a waste of time to think that what Nigeria needs is just leadership. See, they will destroy Nigeria beyond repair. When they are done, like the military did, they will come, you see, they can allow somebody who can actually really work and begin to put things back normal, little by little. Even if the corruption won't disappear, but it won't be this bad. They won't be this insensitive. That one go come. Everybody go come, they feel like, it is better there. People that have been denied water, all this while, you can't they give them bottled water. You know how they are going to feel. You're going to be like, you are angel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Water. Some of you have never been in that situation before, right? Oh, you have no idea. So it's another person. I mean, they will now kind of, all these thieves, they will just disappear. They will just do an election that will look like, say, somebody won. Everybody will be happy. Everybody will be saying, let us see where, this or that. Like you were so tired of PDP 16 years, right? You know how tired you were of PDP? You were going to stone them anywhere. You see them. Anybody who is against PDP was your friend then. These criminals took advantage of that. Remember, now that same journey you follow now. Here you get. But it's just that unfortunately, this one is a worse one. Because in the history of Nigeria, it has only been the time when the Southerner is in charge of Nigeria that you've actually had record of recovery. Not like you were there. Go and check the history of Nigeria. You understand? When you have Southerners, right? That's when Nigeria had some history of recovery from whatever it is. It was Obasanjo who built Niger Doki. Nigeria was building ships in the 70s. Are you with me? All of this, Nigeria was building ships, correct ones, like the Scotland shipping yard. By the time Bokuwari took over in 2015, they have sold everything that has to do with Nigeria building anything and all of that. No, sorry. By the time Obasanjo took over in 1999, rather, everything was gone to zero. And Obasanjo, a Southerner, who is also a criminal, by the way, right, was able to bring Nigeria back from the ruins of that military ruins. Who are the military ruiners? Northerners, starting from Shagari to Bokuwari, from Bokuwari to Babangida, from Babangida to Abacha, and from Abacha to Abdul Salami. Nigeria was tanked. Now, you and I, you can watch me on Obasanjo's internet today, a Southerner. When Obasanjo said he started, listen to this one, 11 independent power projects across Nigeria to improve Nigeria electricity. For the first time, Nigeria was going to build electricity. But corruption, last, Obasanjo no build electricity. One of his minister is currently, he was arrested by EFCC a while back, who stole over $2 billion from this same electricity project of Obasanjo. Anyway, Yaradua came, and who was Obasanjo's appointed president. Like you have Tifnumbu INEC appointed today. Yaradua came, right? A northerner, which some people are kind of trying to repackage as the best president that didn't live long. Go put it directly. Yaradua, they said na death make Yaradua no do good. They forbid the best president because he gave amnesty to Niger Delta terrorists. Niger Delta terrorists were busting pipeline, kidnapping expatriates, collecting ransoms, buying themselves their weapons, and they said they were fighting for the destruction of their environment, the blah blah, you know what I mean, for the impoverishment of their people. At the end of the day, now the terrorists became billionaires, and people still remain poor, even poorer. Do you understand? Yaradua gave them amnesty. They were collecting salaries. They sent some of them abroad to go and get education and all of that. They said because of that, Yaradua would have been, was Nigeria's best president. Yaradua heard that the corruption in the power sector, he decided to say, okay, he was going to probe the power sector. Oh yeah, probe the power sector. Therefore, all the work going on all the 11 power stations must stop. They want to investigate how much money they spent so far. So they put together a committee. Make the committee investigate how much Obasanjo spent on the power sector so far. By the time the committee spent 1 year, remember, all of the work the work going on those places, right, stopped because they are investigating them, right? By the time the investigating body spent 1 year, there were already accusation and allegation of corruption. The chairman of the investigating body has already been accused of collecting 1 billion Naira bribe. The other member of the committee have been paid. Corruption can't kill people where they investigate corruption. Last, 2 straight years investigating power sector. 1 single megawatt of electricity was not added to Nigeria electricity. The next 1 year, it was hiding his health. He was battling with his health. He died the 3rd year in office. At the end of the day, the probe of the power sector, the improvement of power sector, the probe of the power sector, and those who are probing the power sector, and the power sector they were probing, everything all ended. And Nigeria remained in darkness. So I've seen a lot. Here you get. I have seen a lot. But in this case, that would take me to another part again. Okay. And that is, what do you call it? This issue of insecurity in Abuja. I think I have been very much consistent about it. You get that now? So I'm going to come back to that too when I remember what I wanted to add to it. But I want you to see this. In an apartment in Abuja, it is not just those who go into the people's homes to kidnap them for ransom, per se. It is the fact that it's all kinds of criminals. In case if you don't know, one of the terrible consequence of poverty. So let's start with this. One of the horrible things that corruption does to a country is it impoverishes the people. And when people are poorer, crime or crimes will increase. And you just don't know how far or how extreme people can go to actually get or to survive that day. You will be like, but we are all suffering now. Why did I not just go and steal? Because there's still part of your sense that says everything is going to be fine. Do you get that? Like as worse as it is, there is still part of you that tells you that there's something that you are working on. There's something you are kind of, expecting and all of that. So it's not going to be like this forever. You don't expect it to remain like this forever, right? There are those who have been like you too. They were waiting until they realized that there's actually nothing. They lost everything enough that they probably are no longer thinking like you anymore. Who still see life as sacred and all of that. They don't anymore. But these ones were caught. And I want you to listen to this report, if you don't mind.
Caught right in the act and fully armed. The police reveals the CCTV footage as one of the syndicates in their large numbers last Tuesday were invading an apartment along Utako Uye Road as they robbed the occupants for hours. Painstaking efforts through investigations by the Utako Police Division with the aid of the available evidence led to the success and arrest of these suspects. Similarly, 2 members of the group are alleged to be prime suspects in the murder of an online taxi driver by name Ugu Bonaventure about a week ago.
We collected his phone and in the process stabbed him. I have not done this because I have my handwork.
They operate majorly in areas such as Doromi, Butako, Wuye, Jabida Kibiu, and Life Camp, respectively.
We felt this should not happen while we are being paid to protect life and property. So that gives us the impetus, that gives us the enablements, and then Jaza went ahead, irrespective of jurisdiction. With the leadership of and directive of the Commissioner of Police, we were able to crack and bust this crime.
The trio of Ibrahim Abdullahi, Hamisu Imam, and Amir Abdullahi were also caught on camera on Tuesday night as they broke into the house of a senior military officer to cut away a TV set, among other valuables. The command's PRO, DSP Josephine Ade, advised residents who have the means to endeavor to equip their property with effective security measures to aid security in delivering better services. Onotu Yakubu.
Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
So to those who have the means, I think you should please record, install CCTV to record your attack. Because if you survive, they might get those who attack you. Sure you get. I hope they have the video evidence of those who kidnap or have been kidnapping people in Abuja. Abuja people, Mukuna stay safe. So it's like Tifnubu want to leave your city for you. Unanokuku vote for him. And he knows. It's not that he is punishing you for it, but he's neglecting you enough that you must know that there is consequences for your own actions too. Unfortunately, not like it should be in the bad way as it is. So it's the same everywhere. I'm just saying, Abuja used to be very safe. Today, you are one of those who are very, very extra careful. Your estate is no longer estating. Your privacy here and there and your opulence and whatever it is, it seems like they are no longer immune. And from what people are saying, maybe Kalu want to actually leave the city for you, make everybody kill yourself if you don't want, you know what I mean? Like, in go return to Bodilon. Abi Don Barracks. And from the other people who are like so paranoid right now, it's quite interesting to see, by the way. Here you get, like, see people who threaten others. Those who threatened others because of Tifnumbu. Especially those who are like the northerners who knew what they were doing. Because somehow, I won't lie to you, this is also true. Some of them believed that with the way Kalu was during the campaign, if he no last, and the power will return back to northern Nigeria, and all of this whole thing will be gone. Just same way. The Tifnumbu and his own camp, when they nominated Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, Oshimbade, Agbowoni Baba Oja, when they nominated him to be with the Bokuwari, there were also evidenced expectations from Tifnumbu's camp, make Bokuwari call, making just spying and the power just come straight down to the west. Without too much wahala. Here you understand. And northerners were paranoid for 8 years. That was why they did their best to remain numb, even when the terrorists were slaughtering them, slaughtering the innocent people. They ensured that especially the Christian North, who staged different protests on how they were being killed. Baba, the Islamic Sharia North, they kept mute. They wanted, leave him. They say even if Bokuwari is dead, his dead body will do 8 years. I won't forget that. Some of them are now, they run mad now. And it's really, really beautiful to see. People were threatening you less than a year ago. Now them can't cry now. That Tifnumbu is a very bad person. You see this Tifnumbu, it does not mean well for the northern Nigeria. In fact, we believe that this Ifnumbu is going to move the capital of Nigeria out of Abuja. That would be great. I want to see you mad. Not because I like Ifnumbu. No, I don't give a damn. But I would love to see you mad. I want to see videos of you, your people, your leader, everybody run mad. Can you understand? So that, like everybody will be say, everybody have 1 or 2 reasons to be mad, right? We might actually be having the Fulani and the Ronukus Classico on social media very soon, because they are going to remind them that all this your complaint, all this your nonsense, all this nonsense you are saying, Shebo Kuari did not do them. Shebo Kuari did not Fulanize the government. Shebo Kuari did not Fulanize Nigeria. Are you mad? She when the people are dying, when Nigeria is being destroyed, and all of us are saying, may Buhari succeed, may Buhari succeed. Are you not saying amen? Are you not saying amen? Abogun won't kill you and kill your sultan. So it is our turn to destroy Nigeria.